to the Technical Staff and Theatre Workers podcast. It's the podcast in which I talk to people who work backstage in the technical theatre industry about how they got in, their experiences, and any advice they can give to anyone getting in. This is episode 5 of season 2. A big thank you to everyone who's downloaded the show, everyone who's listening to the show. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone you know who's interested in theatre and those who aren't interested in theatre, because it might make them interested in theatre. Yes, thank you so much for all the downloads. It's been really good so far, so really enjoying it. And without further ado, let's get on to our next guest. I'm here with my guest at this time. If you'd like to introduce yourself, and what is your current job title?
Hello, I am Janee Robinson. I am the #1 sound or head of sound on Wicked London.
Excellent. How did you get into theatre, Janee?
I loved theatre from when I was a kid. My dad always took us, and I did a stage management course when I was 18 at a drama school called Alra, which I don't think exists anymore. I think that's gone. And then I started working in stage management. So, yeah, that's how I started in theatre.
Excellent. So you loved it from a young age. Did you ever want to be a performer, or was it just straight into the backstage?
I think I always did. I think everyone did, especially in the 80s, 90s. Everyone, that's all you thought about. There wasn't a lot of knowledge about technical theatre at that point. And I loved singing, I loved dancing, but actually I think I've got too much stage fright to do it professionally. I think I would be awful, and that's fine. I have made my peace with that. We're all good.
Oh, good. Did you do any other training?
So I did stage management for 6 years, as in working, and then I went to America and trained in audio engineering, I guess. There was a few different courses, but let's say it's that in a recording studio. I did that for a year, and then I came back to the UK.
Where was that?
That was in Maryland, in the US.
Oh, yes, obviously. The US is America. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so it's on the East Coast by Washington, D.C.
Lovely. What was the name of the place that you went in Maryland?
Oh, sorry. It was the... hang on. This is quite a mouthful. The Omega... hang on a minute. The Omega School for Apply... Oh, I can't remember. It was the Omega Studios School. It's got a really long name that I would have to look up. Omega
in Maryland. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. That's all you need to say. It was Omega. What was your first job in theatre?
My first job in theatre was as the ASM on the pantomime in St Albans in 2000. I was the ASM, but I was also the body double for the Wicked Witch when she turned into a hag. So that was exciting. Yeah.
Oh, what you had to do as an ASM.
I know. And there was one time, so we had loads of smoke. So, you know, where we did a little switch over, there's, you know, loads of smoke, so no one could tell until one day the smoke machine broke. So it was very obvious how it was done.
I remember I did a panto in Malvern, and there was one of the ASMs had to be the crocodile in Peter Pan. The joys of stage management, isn't it?
Well, that wasn't the only acting ASM job I did. I did quite a few, actually.
Well, let's go through some of them. Give us a list of some of your jobs.
Do you want me to go through all of them, or just some?
No, just some of them. Highlights.
So, my first acting ASM job was... Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Oh, it was a production of The Tempest, where I was...
I went to see that.
Did you?
Were you on tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to see that in Nottingham with Richard.
Yeah,
Richard Bryars.
Yes,
Richard
Bryars. I was a nymph. I had half my face painted blue and my hair. And so I was on for a scene every night, but I also understudied the other nymphs that spoke. But I was part of this little movement thing where we stood on stage and then had to drag a carpet off, you know, one of those.
Yeah, obviously.
That was that one. And then I was also did Of Mice and Men, where I was the understudy for Curly's wife.
Lovely.
That was it. A lot of tours, a lot of a couple of Shakespeares I did. I went to South Africa with a little show. That was good. And we did Belgium for that one as well. That was just a two-hander. We'd started in Edinburgh, and that was one of those jobs where you're doing everything. Stage managing, doing all the wardrobe stuff, everything.
Or was it? You started in Edinburgh. Was it a fringe show?
Yeah, it was a fringe show, and then the following year we took it to Belgium, and then we went to South Africa for 3 months, which was amazing. And then just little bits here and there, all sort of short shows, really. I did my last show of stage management was Buddy, the Buddy Holly story, and that was a tour as well.
Excellent. And then, of course, you went into sound.
Yeah, then I went into sound. And actually, I've only had 3 jobs in sound. Well, no, actually,
technically 4.
4.
Yes.
I came back and was very lucky to get... I started depping on Wicked. And then in my first week there, I was offered the number 3 job, which was amazing. I couldn't believe my luck. You know, fantastic. I was there for 3 years, and then I moved to Les Miserables as number 3 again. I was there for 7 years, I think.
Snap.
Yeah, it was 7 years, which included 1 mortgage, 2 babies.
There you go.
And then back over to Wicked for number 2, and now number 1.
So are you the only person in the world to have held the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and the dep position on Wicked?
I think so. I mean,
there
I
you
could
go.
be wrong if someone...
That's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Everybody should know that. That's a question if I ever heard one. What would you say has been your favourite job?
My favourite job? There's been so many that have been amazing. But do you mean experience within the show, or do you mean the actual show?
Oh, well, your experience. The one you look back most fondly of.
I did love touring. I really enjoyed that moving around, even though most of mine were in and up in a day, so weekly touring, which was exhausting. But I think when you're in your 20s, it isn't as exhausting.
No.
It's just, you just do it. It's what you do. You just get on with it.
Yeah.
There've been so many. I've made such good friends along the way that I don't think I could pick one. I know that's not the point.
That's all right. That's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. No, you've enjoyed them all. That's the best. That's a good answer.
Well,
now, being a woman in the industry, have you ever come across any issues? Anybody holding you back? Anybody not allowing, not giving you opportunities because you're a woman?
yes, absolutely. And I think most people have. I feel like we are getting better, but we haven't been great in the past, as this is was traditionally a male-dominated industry, and a lot of people still...
Especially the sound side of it.
Yeah, especially. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Yeah, the sound part of, I guess, and lighting as well, and a lot of the technical bits. But I have definitely had times where I have been looked down on for being a woman, and had opportunities withheld because of that as well. But to be fair, I know that there are other times when men have not got things or been held back because they are male as well, from people wanting, to balance their department, say,
yeah,
for it to be equal, or they want an all-female sound team because it's an all-female show.
Yeah,
those sort of things. So I think it's better. I think there are still those things there. I have been victim of it, but it's, you have to use it to fuel change. You can't let it
fester.
You can't let it fester. It can, because it's so damaging to keep it there. You have to use that to pivot and do something about it, rather than just accepting it and letting it fester.
Yeah. Oh, good. What would you say are the pros and cons of working in the theatre industry?
Cons, definitely antisocial hours. Currently, I work a full weekend, and I have kids in school, so that is very tricky. And childcare is also trickier in the evenings. And if you don't have family, that's tricky. And it is full on. And a lot of the time, you can't just leave it in the theatre. You take it home with you. Those are probably most of the cons. The pros are, I've met some of the nicest people ever working in this industry. I've made some really great friends, And I think you don't come into this unless you love theatre and you love what you do. And
yes. As we've said many times, it's a lifestyle, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle choice that you have to make.
Absolutely. And it is a choice. You can... I guess it's easy to say you can go leave if you want to. And I know it's tricky to leave.
Yeah.
But it's, you want to make people feel something is what I always think it's about. You want people to feel joy, or you want people to feel that emotion, that the sadness or despair or whatever you're trying to create on the stage. That's what people are coming to watch, and you want to do the best job you can to make them feel that, because that's what being human's about.
Oh, very nice. I like that one. What would you say is a common misconception of somebody trying to get in the industry, of what they think the industry is compared to what it actually is?
Glamorous.
There you go. It's one of.
I mean, you know what?
It's always one of the two things. It's either glamorous or that it's easy.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy either,
No.
and especially getting in. I think that is what I always think is really. It's hard to get in as well. Once you're in, as long as you're a nice person and work hard, then
you can stay in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say glamorous. Although you do have the times when it's you're there's a not premiere, there's a press night or something, and you can get you go, oh yes, this is very glamorous and lovely, isn't it? But anyone who's ever worked backstage in any theatre anywhere will know that it's very far from being glamorous.
Good, thank you. Finally, what advice would you give to anybody who's trying to get into the industry? You can say don't.
No,
that's fine.
No, I'm not
I've
gonna
had
say
people
don't.
say don't.
No, I'm not going to say don't. It's great. I've loved I'm not even going to think how many years I've been doing this. 20-something years that I've been working. I've loved it.
How can you have been working for that long when you're only 28?
Oh, I know, it's amazing. Isn't it? I would say just keep going. Keep plugging away. If you get rejection after rejection, just keep going, because you're going to get rejected. You get rejected letters all the time. Just have to keep going. Someone said recently, it's not rejection, it's redirection.
That's nice.
Which it is nice. And you go, okay, fine, I didn't get that job. Let's try for the next job. Let's try for the next job. Let's keep trying. Let's go and, try and make those connections. And when you get that chance, make the most of it. Don't ask the questions. Don't be afraid that people are going to think, oh, I'm asking too many questions. No, you're not going to ask too many questions. If you're asking, you're interested. Keep asking the questions. Be nice.
Yeah.
Be enthusiastic. I think that's something that I think is
It's important.
It's very important.
Good, lovely. And that's everything. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you very much to Janee for that one. I really enjoyed doing that one. It's nice to see Janee again. I hope you enjoyed that one too. Thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you so much for downloading it. It's been really great, really loving it so far, and long may it continue. Thank you to all the guests that have been on, and I shall see you all next week.